very frustrating game for us. A lot of credit goes to Florida Gulf Coast, the way they shot the three, outscoring us by 30 points from the three-point line. But with Chris Likes out and then Cam McGusty pulling a hamstring early in the game, we had really no backcourt, not only no backcourt starters, but no subs, and had to use Anthony Walker totally as a three-man when he's normally been playing the four. Matt Cross really couldn't function. His right arm has been bothering him for the last 10 days. And because of that, he's not been able to shoot the ball, and he's been very hesitant to shoot the ball because of the pain that it causes. So we ended up going with a lineup of Harlan Beverly, Isaiah Wong, Anthony Walker, Nysier Brooks, and Dan Gak for a major portion of the second half. And quite frankly, that team has never played together, and we just didn't shoot the ball well at all. It was more about the inefficiency of our offense than it was our defense.
Our first question will come from Steve Wine.
Jim, how did you feel about the quality of the three-point shots you were getting?
Well, I think what's happened to us mentally is when we miss a few shots, guys hesitate. And when you're a shooter, it's basically like tying your shoe. You don't think about it. You just tie your shoe and move on. With shooting, it's the same way. If you start thinking about, should I shoot it, shouldn't I shoot it, then it's very hard to make that shot. Shooting is rhythm, and catching it in rhythm and shooting in rhythm is the key to making them. So right now, we've got nobody making threes. You know, after the other night, we went 1 for 17. We were again 1 for 17 with a minute to go. We ended up 3 for 19 only because Isaiah Wong made 2 threes in a row in the last minute. So you can't be that inefficient from the three-point line. And, you know, we anticipated them zoning us, but we anticipated us shooting the ball better than we did the other night.
Our next question will come from Chris Stock.
How much is this a concern for you, the shooting? Obviously, you didn't shoot well last year from three. Just moving forward, how concerned are you?
I'm really more concerned about our health. So we're playing a game without Chris Likes, without Earl Timberlake, without Sam Wardenberg. Matt Cross is out, only can play a short period of time. Cam McGusty goes out. That's 5 of our 11 scholarship players. You know, we have one guy sitting out, Elijah, and so that's 6 of our 12-man scholarship team. That's half our team on the sideline. It's very, very hard to function offensively when you have so few guys, especially when many of them are playing out of position.
Our next question will be back with Steve Wine.
Nobody's speaking, so.
Can you hear us, Steve?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I got locked up there for a second. Jim, can you give us a little better sense on the severity of the injuries? Any sign as to how serious it is with Cam, and was Likes, did he make progress this week? Is he getting close, do you think?
Well, Cam, it just happened tonight, and the only thing I know is he pulled a hamstring. To me, that impacts whether you can run. And obviously, game of basketball is like a racetrack. You got to be able to run up and down. So, no, unfortunately, he's probably out a while. Chris Likes is making some progress. Whether he can make it back by Wednesday, the issue is if you haven't even practiced, how effective can you be when you haven't been on the court for 10 or 12 days? And then Matt Cross the same way. He hasn't been able to shoot the ball. How well can you shoot it if you're not, if you're in pain when you shoot?
Couple more questions. Next one will come from Chris Stock.
Going back to the shooting part, were you encouraging your guys to keep shooting? Did you look at it like you got a size advantage? Did you want the ball inside more? Did you talk about that today?
Yeah. First of all, our big guys are not the kind of skilled players that you can just pound it inside. Nysier Brooks, I thought, played perhaps his best offensive game. And we did try to go to him to start the second half because the zone is so packed in. The three-point shots available. It's very hard to tell someone when you're wide open from three not to shoot it. And it's just, unfortunate guys hesitated. Isaiah Wong's a good three-point shooter. Anthony Walker can make threes. He's making them in practice. But when you go, one for your first 17, the defense is not stretching out. They're packing it in. And I think that's why we ended up with two critical turnovers in the paint trying to drive it to the basket. Anthony Walker got picked from behind, and then he got called for a charge late. It's very easy to guard if the guy you're guarding can't shoot, can't make a shot.
Just a
The
follow.
last question coming from Chris.
Yeah, just a follow up. You touched on Elijah. There's a report out that the NCAA is going to waive and make guys available, transfers available. What does that do to your team? How much of an impact can Elijah make, and your thoughts on that?
Okay, I'm going to say something. I want to say it in such a way that everybody understands. I'm being a little bit sarcastic, but I'm also very, very concerned about decision-making at the NCAA level. Why would you make a decision like this in the middle of December when the season started? It should have started November 10th. And if you were going to make changes, why aren't you making them like before the season starts? Why are all of a sudden on December the 16th, some committee making the decision whether players who transferred should be eligible or not? We had so much information about COVID and guys being sick, and people having to sit out and others opting out. Hey, I would have liked to have seen us be at full strength, and hopefully if they make the rule and pass the rule that Elijah can play, it would be sure nice to have him for Wednesday. But from what I understand, that decision is not going to be announced until like 5 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. Are you kidding me? That's a joke. What? People don't have cell phones? They don't have Zoom meetings? We have to wait till the last minute. We play at 6. Can you imagine if I'm telling Elijah, hey, you can play, go get a uniform on, and it's 10-6. This stuff is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And you can say, well, we have a lot more information about COVID now. That's garbage. We canceled the basketball season in March. We canceled the ACC tournament. We canceled the NCAA tournament. We don't know this is a serious matter, that we've got people dying and that there's spikes all over the place and that kids are going to get sick and that you need to be as close to full strength as possible. So the answer to the question is, hey, I won't be surprised if they say, oh, no, they can't play. But that would be true. Hey, we're going to make this decision, but we're not going to make it when the season starts. We're going to wait until mid-December and then tell coaches and players, okay, we changed our mind. And then the next step is, in January, they're going to pass the rules that transfers can be eligible right away for next year. How ridiculous. Does that answer the question, by the way? I wasn't sure.
Yeah, the question was about Elijah and about that. I guess I was just wondering what kind of player is Elijah? How much does it help your team, Jim?
Well, right now, I don't know how he'll be on Wednesday. Right now, he's healthy. That's a major plus for us. He's been practicing very hard and very well. He hasn't missed any practices. He is similar to other guys we've had that are 6'5", like a Cam McGusty, like a Sheldon McClellan, Davon Reed. He's in that category, but he hasn't played a single game for us. So you got to wait and see how he's going to do.
How frustrating is it to be dealing with all these injuries early in the season? I don't know. It makes it tough to get any continuity going.
It's a little frustrating seeing players coming in and out the game, getting injured, but we just got to play through it, especially the way Cam gone out. He was healthy before the game started, and then he just, out of nowhere, just gets injured. It's really a struggle to see that, but we're fighting through it. We're going to fight through it this season.
Our next question will come from Wyatt Kopelman.
Yeah, Isaiah, sorry to hear about the unexpected loss. What you guys had a lot of points in the paints this afternoon. Just still couldn't pull out the win. What else do you think it's going to take out of this team to avoid these losses where it could have been the same against Purdue the other night?
For us to start winning more of these types of games, is really with our jump shots. We're not a good percentage right now for hitting threes. It's just we can get to the paint easily. We just need to hit 3-pointers, get outside shots, and when we start doing that, we're going to start looking dangerous for the ACC.
Our next question comes from Cal Friedman.
Isaiah, coach came on earlier and said that part of the problem with the team missing threes recently has been mentally. Is that true for you, at least? How much is it a mental game when it comes to these 3-point shots?
It's a part of mental. It's just part of the game. Mental is always part of the game. It's just how you get your shots, how, like, practice, you can get 1,000 shots a day, but in games is way different because you don't know how your footwork gonna go, how you gonna shoot, what position you're gonna shoot in. It's just feel and touch, but we're gonna find a way and get our touch back.
Our next question will come from Chris Stock.
Yeah, just curious, maybe the mindset now after this one, putting this one away and getting ready for Wednesday's game against Pittsburgh. Things that you guys definitely need to work on. Your thoughts on that?
What we need to work on is just playing more as a team. We've been getting better and playing more as a team, and just a little bit play better defense and make more shots and just fight through the pain, fight through the aches, fight through everything. But all the injured players, they're gonna start coming back. We're gonna have more players, and it's just gonna be all right for us.
Hey, Nysier, a great game individually. What do you think it's really going to take for this team to continue to win the close games, especially as you guys move into ACC play?
It's really just going to take for us to be on the same beat defensively, and to not give up them split-second open shots to the shooters.
Next question will come from Chris Stock.
And I'm just curious, what were some of the issues you think on both ends of the floor, offensive and defensively tonight, that led to the loss?
Some issues on the floor. We're a little short-handed. Don't get me wrong; they played very well tonight. They played very well. Shout out, compliments to them. But just not. We started off a little bit not sharing the ball as much as we like as a team, and we just I think we shot 6% from the three. It's really hard to win like that. Something like that, yeah.
Any other questions for Nysier Brooks?
I have a question.
Yep.
So Nysier, it sounds like Elijah Oleni may still be eligible to play this season. Coach Larranaga seemed just like a bit frustrated with the fact that it's already mid-December and the NCAA is making adjustments potentially. What's your stance on having Elijah come back if he's able to help the team in any sort of way with the injuries right now?
With the injuries right now, he would be a nice fit into the role because he could do a lot of different things just besides just scoring. Like he's a very on point defender, and he plays the weak side like for steals and stuff. So like he I guess you could say he'd gamble a little bit more and know what plays to do and where to help at, more so to say, because he's a 5th-year senior. Yeah, he will technically a 5th-year senior.
Our next question will come from Cal Friedman.
What'd you say?
Next, sorry about that, Nas. I was just saying next question comes from Cal Friedman.
So Nas, you've just wrapped up your first 4 games. You recorded your first career double-double-A, and you're going to ACC play this next week. How have you felt about your play through your first 4 games, and how do you think you need to improve going into conference play?
My first 4 games, it was just more of trying to remember who I am and just find my rhythm through the offense. Because I'm a player, I don't really need as many touches, like in the post to get shots, more so to say. So I just need to be a little bit more active around the rim, stronger with the ball. Within my first 4 games, this is what I felt. Just be stronger with the ball, keep my head up, and just score high and strong over my left shoulder.